I'm audible to everyone? Okay, perfect, guys. Okay, perfect then. Okay. Uh, right. Let's get started then. The today's session, okay. It's not like any training program. I mean, the today session, what we are going to discuss is just we have to be given a overview. I mean, by the end of the today's session, you have to be get understand like what is mean by this particular software testing. Okay, you will get understand that what exactly mean by this particular software testing. And as part of software testing, okay, as part of software testing, what need to be get understand that it will be that it will get understand by the end of the today's session. And then most of the people will have some question mark, or you guys will be having in some confusion how we need to be get enter into IT industry, right? So most of the people will have any doubt like how we can get enter into IT market, or how we can start your career as a tester. That will understand in a very detail. And after that, we'll see an example like how exactly the manual testing job need to be done. As a manual tester, what need to be done, and as an automation tester, what are all the things need to be done, that you will understand. Okay, first let me complete my whole explanation. Give me some time to complete my whole explanation, and after that I'll start responding to all your questions here. Okay, first let me complete my whole explanation. First I will be completing with my whole explanation, and then I'll start responding to all your questions here. So don't get worried in getting asking about with the question. I'll answer and I'll reply to all your questions here, but wait for some time. But first let me complete my whole explanation. By that you guys will have a clear understanding here. Okay, right, perfect. Let's get started here. Okay, right. Okay, now you can see here, right? Right. Now, the very first thing, we guys are always the people will be getting discussing about software or software industry, right? So always everyone nowadays, everyone is getting talking about softwares or software industry. The first understanding what exactly mean by software. The very first thing, what exactly mean by software? According to your understanding, what is the meaning of software? According to your understanding, what is the meaning of the software? You guys can respond in the chat window. For now, you can respond in the chat window. According to your understanding, what is the meaning of software? Mm-hmm. Okay, still any other answers? Okay, perfect, right. So in simple, we can understand like we got in a multiple definitions or there. Everyone will have their own definitions here. In simple, we can say that software is nothing but one program, right? If we take the software, which we can say that it is a one program to perform some activity. But just by writing only one particular program, Just by writing only one particular program, we cannot develop a software, right? By writing only one particular program, we cannot develop a software. Now you can see. For that, what we can say that set of programs or group of programs we can consider one particular software. You have to be combine the multiple program, then we can develop one particular software. Okay. The first understanding software, we can mention that it is in a one program. Set of programs, we are considering one particular software. Okay. Now, whenever you require in a software, or if I'm considering any kind of IT companies or software companies, the purpose of IT companies or software companies, right? The purpose of IT companies or software companies need to be get mentioning that developing a software. Any IT companies like small, medium level companies, level 0, level 5, any kind of IT companies, the purpose of IT company is need to be get develop a software. So how the software will be developing? If we want to be developing a software, if we want to be get developing a software, what are all the steps need to be followed? Let's see. That concept, that process, we used to be get mentioning that SDLC. Need to be get mentioning that SDLC. SDLC means, what is the full form of SDLC? If we take SDLC, what is the full form of SDLC?
Software Development Life Cycle.
Right. We need to be get mentioning that software development life cycle. Perfect. SDLC mentioning that software development life cycle. So now this particular SDLC, only one particular person cannot complete whole software. Only one particular person, even though experienced person, only one particular person cannot develop a software. Now, if we want to be get develop in a software, what are all the steps need to be done? Now we can see. The very first step mentioning the requirements gathering, and then mentioning the requirements analysis. After that, mentioning the design. Whenever you want to be developing a software, the very first particular step need to be done is requirements gathering, requirement analysis, and then design. Once design part is completed, once design part is completed, then it will be going to coding. After that, testing, and then mentioning the live environment or production. So whenever we have to be developing a software, these are all the steps need to be done. Now, all these activities like requirements, coding, testing, live environment, all these activities will not be done by one person. Everyone is a different here. And only one person cannot complete all these activities. Different training program, different job roles will be there. So how you guys can decide your career? Most of the people will have some confusion. Like once your BTech has been completed, which training program need to be done? How easily you guys can decide which training program need to be chosen? Very simple. You can see here. If anyone already having some IT experience, like having some 5 years experience, 8 years, 10 years of experience, those people, the people who is already having a very good experience in the IT industry, those guys can think about doing with the role of BA. There are different training programs are there related to BA role or mentioning that SME. BA means business analyst. BA means business analyst. SME, subject matter expert. BA means business analyst. SME mentioning the subject matter expert. If we take BA, this particular role is a different training program, different job role. Who can think about BA role is the people who are already having a very good experience in the IT industry and having like 5 years, 8 years of experience. For them, it will become in a very easy to think about BA role. As a fresher level or having the experience of just 3 to 4 years, for you guys, there is no use of thinking about BA role here. That means the people who want to be get enter into the IT industry, for them it is not at all suggestible here. Okay, then we got in a coding. If we take with the coding in a current market, there are n number of training programs are available related to the coding, right? In a market, there are a number of training programs are available, which is considering as a developer role, right? Which is considering as a developer role here. Who can start your career as a developer? In simple, in simple, the people who are very much comfortable with programming, very much interested in programming. Assume that you guys can think about it. So you guys assume that, okay, sir, I'm very much comfortable with programming. I'm having very much interested in doing the programming. Then you guys can think about developer role. But when you're taking developer role, it's not like only one training program. Related to development, it's not like just only one training program. There are a number of training programs are there, saying that Java, and then mentioning that .NET, and then mentioning that Python, and then mentioning that PHP, and then related to database, saying that Oracle, and then mentioning about taking with Hadoop, big data, n number of training programs are there. Again, you guys need to be think about which one will be more comfortable. If you are more comfortable with Java, then you can think about Java development role. If you are comfortable with databases, then you can think about database role here. It may be fresher level or experience level, but experience, I can say you that it is little bit in a hard to get in a job, because when you're keeping 3 years experience as a development or 4 years as a development experience, when you are attending with the interviews, interviewer will be expecting more information from your side, because you're keeping in a 4 years of development experience or 3 years of development experience. Interviewer expectations will be the higher. If you feel that you are more interested with the programming, you are comfortable with the programming, then think about in getting started your career as a developer. Otherwise, the people who are not comfortable with programming, not interested in the programming, very easily need to be get enter into the IT industry. The people who has to be very easily need to be get enter into the IT industry. For them, it is suggested that taking with testing role or mentioning the tester. So in simple, if you are comfortable with programming, think about the developer role. Not comfortable with programming, not interested in programming, in a very easy way, want to be get enter into the IT industry. Or the people who got in a gap, 2 years of gap, 3 years of gap, 5 years, 6 years of gap. So who is having with the more gap after your degree or after your career? For them, it is very easily suggested that doing with testing training program. Now, BA totally different program, Java different training program, .NET different program, Python different training program, and testing nothing but testing or tester. We got only one training. Developer role, different job, different training program. Testing, only one training program, that will be mentioning the software testing. If it related to testing, we got only one testing training program, that will be mentioning the software testing. So today we are going to discuss about software testing job role. We are not discussing about developer. We guys are discussing about software testing. What is mean by software testing? How software testing career will be there? Now you can see here, we are mentioning the software testing. So the people who are not comfortable with programming, not interested with programming, want to be get enter into the IT industry very easily, you guys can think about software testing training program. Because if you take software testing, you doesn't require any major coding knowledge or programming knowledge. A very normal communication, a very normal degree. It may be BTech, CSC, IT, Triple E, any BTech doesn't make any problem. Anyone who are interested in getting entering into the IT industry, very easily we can start doing with the training program of software testing. Okay. In simple, the meaning of software testing. In simple, the meaning of software testing, we can mentioning that testing అనే application based on client requirements. Testing అనే application based on client requirements. Why we are saying testing is very easy means you are not testing the application by your own here, not based on your BTech knowledge or not based on your degree knowledge. The client will be clearly mentioning that what are all the functionalities need to be tested. You guys will refer that particular requirement and you will get understand in a very detail what need to be get tested here. Now, this particular software testing got divided into two things here. Okay, so this particular software testing, which it got divided into two things here. In the mentioning about saying the manual testing. One, you will be mentioning the manual testing. Another one mentioning that automation testing. One is manual testing and then mentioning the automation testing. Both are testing only. Both are testing only. One will be mentioning the manual testing, another one automation testing. Okay, manual testing, if I'm taking with manual testing, right? So if I'm just mentioning about taking with manual testing, which need to be get done by human interactions. Okay, if I'm taking with manual testing, we used to begin mentioning that done by human interactions here. That means human interactions means we have to be do it. We guys need to be get open the application. We guys need to be get open the application, and then we need to be get enter with the username. We need to be get enter with the password, and then which need to be get click on the button. Everything we have to be do it here, right? So this is we used to be get mentioning about saying that manual testing. Manual testing we are mentioning that manual testing we are mentioning that in getting saying that done by human interactions. The same thing if we take automation testing, mentioning that done by the tool here. It may be any tool. In a market there are multiple tools are there: Selenium, qtp, uft, and then auto it, SQL. N number of automation tools are available, right? So n number of automation tools are available. So we guys need to be get understanding that we need to be get understanding that in getting saying that having with Selenium tool. Currently if I'm taking with current market, if I'm taking with current market, which it will be mentioning about and getting saying that Selenium tool here. The current market we got in a Selenium tool. If we take our training program, we are going to discuss about automation testing with Selenium. Now, if you want to be getting a job on testing very easily, okay, only manual testing will not be enough, and only automation testing will not be enough. Your profile need to be consist of manual testing and automation testing. Then it will become in a very easy to get in a job as a tester and to survive as a tester here. Okay. In simple, as part of manual testing, what need to be learned? As part of automation testing, what need to be learned? Manual testing mainly need to be get understand that STLC. What is the full form of STLC? If we take STLC, what is the full form of STLC? You guys can reply in the chat window.
Don't know, sir.
Full form of STLC. Now you can see if I'm taking with full form of STLC, we used to be get mentioning that software testing life cycle. Perfect. We used to be get mentioning that software testing life cycle, right? So we used to be get mentioning that. 1 second, guys. Just 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. So which need to be get mentioning that. If we take with software testing, we used to be get mentioning that testing life cycle. So if we manual testing, as part of manual testing, we need to be get understand about in getting working with testing life cycle. In that, mainly we need to be get understand that requirements understanding, and then mentioning the test plan, and then test scenarios. After that, test cases, and then mentioning about test execution. After that, mentioning about bug reporting, which is saying that bug reporting and finally mentioning the test closure. As part of manual testing training program, as part of manual testing training program, we need to be get understand about in a very detailed of this particular STLC. When you guys are doing with actual training program, when you guys are doing with actual training program, then you will get understand about in a very detailed of these things here. Okay, as a tester, first we have to be get understand about requirements understanding. That means what are all the functionalities need to be tested in the application. Is that button need to be tested? Once you click on login button, what is the next page need to be tested? Each and every functional requirement we have to be tested. That is manual testing. When it's come to the automation testing, the same thing we are doing with the help of the tool. The same thing we are doing with the help of the tool. That particular tool, the current market, we are taking with Selenium. If I'm taking with current market, we are working with Selenium. Selenium with Java. Selenium with Java here. There are other combinations also. The current job market we are having with the Java. That is the reason you have to be get comfortable Selenium with Java here. Okay. Now, if we take our training program, the people who are want to be learn with the software testing, you have to be comfortable with STLC, the whole manual testing, and then Selenium with Java. Java not like equal to developer. Development developer is different. We are also learning with the Java with the respective of Selenium. For writing the program in Selenium, for writing with the Selenium in program, how much Java knowledge has been required? We have to be learn that particular syntax. Now, as part of our training program, you will get understand core Java and then more details of Selenium, writing the basic program and then writing advanced programs in Selenium. After that, we are getting discussing about automation frameworks. As part of automation frameworks, as part of automation frameworks, we are going to discuss about modular framework and then mentioning the TestNG framework, hybrid framework, after that POM. There are different type of frameworks are there. You guys going to understand in a very detailed here. And after that, to make more added advantage, we are going to discuss about log4j and then mentioning the Jenkins and then GitHub and then Maven and then Cucumber. Okay, guys, let me complete my whole explanation and then I'll start responding to all your questions here. Okay, I'll respond to all your questions here. Just wait for some time. The people who are watching in live also, just wait for some time. I'll complete my explanation and I'll start responding to all your questions here. Okay, right. Now we can see. So we are going to understand about Maven, Cucumber, and apart from that, which we will be taking with API testing. So now, whenever you guys are doing the training program from the Naresh IT, if you're doing the training program from the Naresh IT, as part of software testing, what are the things you are going to learn? Manual testing. Okay, you are going to learn manual testing. Nothing but STLC with project. Okay, you are going to learn STLC with project. That means we'll take one application, you will understand the requirement, you will write the scenarios, you will write the test cases, you will identify the bugs in that application. how exactly real-time employee working as a tester, the same thing you are getting doing as part of manual testing training. Once he got comfortable with manual testing, then we'll start automation testing. Automation testing also you are doing Selenium with the help of one project. That means by the completion of the total training program, you will complete two projects, one in manual testing, another one in automation testing. Okay, one in manual testing, another project in automation testing. By that, when you guys are attending with the interviews, it will become in a very easy, it will become in a very easy to get clear with the interviews and to get survive in your interviews also here. I mean, to get survive your testing job market or your testing job. And apart from that, in each and every session, what we are going to discuss, it will get documented in the PDF file, including police stop and comma. Each and every session, what we are going to discuss, it has been documented in one PDF file. You guys will be getting an access of this particular PDF file. For example, you can see here, you need to be get started discussing Java syntax, how to install Java installation, including with the screenshots it got mentioning it. Or once your Java installation completed, how we need to be write Java programs here. So for each and every program, some description, explanation has been done. By that, when you guys are doing the training, once our session has been completed on day-to-day basis, if we go through this particular PDF file very easily, we can get understand what are the things we are going to discuss as part of the training program. And then if I'm taking with Selenium automation testing, how to install the Selenium. Now we can see this is Selenium installation. Everything it has been documented, including with the screenshots here, how to install the Selenium, and then how to start write in a program in Selenium. Everything it has been documented in this particular PDF file. So whenever you guys are doing the training program, once you start doing with the training program, you will be getting an access for this PDF file. By that, you can refer the PDF file and you can easily doing with the practice here. So this is, I want to be get just given a overview what we are going to learn as part of our training program. This is how you guys can decide how we can start your career. In simple, if you are comfortable with programming, think about developer role. Not comfortable with programming, very normal background, I mean degree background or BTech, any degree is enough for doing the testing training program. You are having some gap thinking about doing the job search as experience level, for them very easily we are suggesting that to take this software testing. This total training program will take in a duration of 60 days, which includes manual testing and automation testing. This total training program, which includes taking with 2 months of the training program to complete the whole manual testing, automation testing. I can see you that once you guys has been completed this particular training program, very easily you can get in a job as a fresher level or experience level of 3 years or 4 years of experience level. Very easily you can get in a job. That is how we are doing our training program in a more practical manner here. So related to the training, So when new batches will be getting started, or what will be the course fee, or still any more information has been required, you guys can contact to this number. I given the management number related to new batches, when new batch will be getting started, what will be the timings, what will be the course fee. You guys can contact to this particular number. Those guys will help you that here. Okay, right. So now, if you guys having any questions, you guys can come up with your questions. I'll respond your questions here. You guys can ping in the chat window, or you can unmute your speaker and then you can speak it. I will respond to all your questions. After that, once I respond all your questions, once your clarifications completed, then we'll see how we can perform automation testing in a practical manner. Okay. Selenium with C++ is not possible. There is no Selenium with C++. ETL or RPA, ETL and RPA are not testing tool. Don't get confused, guys. ETL testing is totally different, which is related to the database. ETL is different, and RPA means robotic process automation. RPA is totally different, and software testing is totally different. RPA and software testing, not both are same. Selenium with Python is possible. Selenium with Python is possible, but the current market we got Selenium with Java, so we are discussing with Selenium with Java. Okay. Uh, the people having with the gap doesn't make any problem. So the people having with the gap also, you guys can do this training program, doesn't make any problem. Agile model is related to SDLC. Waterfall model, V model, Agile also we are going to discuss that it is related to Agile here. Okay.
Does the project also included in this?
Yes. So we are going to complete two projects here. One project in manual testing and one project in automation testing. Okay.
Sir, how much will be the course fee?
Course fee, you guys can contact to management team. I given the management number in the chart window. Okay. I given the management number in the chart window. You guys can contact to that management.
Sir, actually,
Certification also will be provided. Certification also will be there. Certification also will be there. And 100% placement guidance will be there. So 100% placement guidance will be there. For that, if you want, you guys just go to Google and you can type as Naresh IT Facebook. Once you type as Naresh IT Facebook, you can refer Naresh IT placement cell. If you click on this Naresh IT placement cell, if you click on the Naresh IT placement cell, you guys can see that how we are having with the openings from the Naresh IT. Okay, you can easily get understand that how we are having with the job openings here. Now we can see recently we are conducted some job related to Capgemini, and each and every requirement from the Naresh IT, it will be getting posted on the Facebook page here. For example, we done some openings related to QA. Like if you look into some of the QA opening recently, now we can see this is how you will have in QA manual plus automation. What will be the package? What will be the year of password? What is the eligibility criteria? This is how every details will be provided. You guys can go through that. Whatever it is matching it, you will be getting applying it. This is how from the Naresh IT you will be having with the regular drives will be getting conducted, and then you will be getting attending with the interviews here. Okay. The people who are already working on BPO or some other non-IT job also can do this training program here. It's not like restricted to anyone. The people who want to be get enter into the IT industry, then very easily you guys can do it. Once you guys done your training program, once you completed the training program from the Naresh IT, the Naresh IT will be taking care about and preparing all your resume. For example, assume that you done the training from my batch. If you done the training from my batch, then you will be having with, I will be taking care about in preparing all your resumes here. and I will guide you there whether you have to be go with the job search as a fresher level or experience level. In case of experience, how much of experience need to be done, everything I will be guiding it. I'll take care about preparing all your resumes here, and after that I will approve it. Once I have been approved, then you guys will be getting started attending with the interviews here. Till the time of training program, providing the material, providing the lab session also will be there, and then preparing your resumes and approving it. Up to that, we are taking care about all the things here. Okay. Right. Course timings, you guys can contact management team. Currently, the course is online only. Currently, we don't have any offline session because of current COVID situation. There is no offline session here. Currently, the sessions are going with online only here. But it may be online. It may be online also. Don't get worried about on it, because what you are learning as part of offline, what you are learning as part of offline, everything you are getting in online also. Because of online means it's not like that trainings will not be done regularly or some concepts will be missing. It's not like that. As it is, you will be getting video. Now how today you are seeing my face and my session, everything you will be having with the same. You will be having with the very good explanations, everything will be there. Don't get worried because of online here. Okay. Yeah. Right. Aptitude, it will depends on the companies. Aptitude, it will depends on the companies. It's not like every company will be expecting aptitude here. Based on that particular companies, it will be expecting with the aptitude here. Okay. The people who are comfortable to learn with the testing, anyone, any degree is okay. The people who are about to complete your degrees also, you can join this training. Okay. Class timings, you guys can contact management team. For the people who are joining in online, sorry, YouTube. Okay, the people who joined in YouTube, I'm giving with the management number here. I'm getting displaying with the management number. This is the management number. You guys can contact to this management number. Okay. So software testing, you will be having very good career, guys. You will be having in a very good career will be there. We are having a very good market for software testing. Don't get worried about career wise, and don't get worried about salary wise. You will have very good salaries also. Minimum you can expect for fresher level, you can expect from 10k to 30k. Fresher level 10k to 30k. That is a fresher level. Experience level, if you're having 3 years experience, you can expect like 5 lakhs per annum, 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs. Depends on companies. I'm giving general standard. I'm saying average standards here. Depends on the companies, you will be getting the very good salaries. If you're more comfortable with automation testing, if you're more comfortable with automation testing, then you can expect more salaries also. There are most of the people are there getting the salaries than developers also here. Okay. Right. Placements also will be there. So placements I already shown you, right? So placements, you guys can refer Naresh IT Facebook page. So this is how the placements will be there. So placements also will be there from the Naresh IT. 100% placement guidance will be there. 100% placements guidance will be there. We'll take care about on it. For learning the Selenium, you doesn't require in detailed of Java. Basic programming knowledge, very basic syntax of programming knowledge required. That programming knowledge also I will take care of it. That means for doing Selenium training, how much Java knowledge has been required, that I will be taking care of it. Okay. You guys need to be taking care about only two things here. If you want to be getting a job in software testing, Mainly, you guys need to be take care about attending the sessions regularly. My sessions need to be get attend very regularly and need to be take regular practice. If you are attending the sessions regularly and doing the practice regularly, I can see you that 100% will get in a job. But it depends on how you guys are doing with the practice. Without doing the practice, just attending the session and then saying that I did not get any job, then I cannot give the guarantee there here. Okay. It's not like Naresh IT is hiring. Don't get confused, guys. I'm saying that from the Naresh IT, we are giving with the placements. This is the company name. Mice is company name. And this is Olive's different company name. So there are n number of companies out there. From the Naresh IT, we are providing with the placements here. So we got in a lot of placements out there. We got now we can say this is one more company related to Selenium here. Okay. Right. What are the Java topics for automation? OOPS concepts. Up to OOPS concepts need to be get comfortable. Up to OOPS concepts is comfortable here. Okay. Regular classes, new batch is going to start it from Monday. We are having in a plan, we are starting the new batch from Monday. From Monday at 6 p.m. So Monday 6 p.m. we are starting the new batch. The people who want to be join the course, you guys can contact with the management team. So you guys can contact with the management team. You can call to this particular number for the batch timings and then starting date here. Okay. Right. The people who are already completed the training, not having the placement means you guys need to be start attending the interviews. Without attending with the interviews, there is no concept of not getting any job here. Okay. So guidance from the Naresh IT, you will be getting the guidance will be there. You have to be approached properly. You have to be apply the job opening. We are already created dedicated Facebook page for the placement cell. You have to be get apply from them. Without contacting the team, you will not be getting any information. Okay. Android testing will become in a mobile testing. Android testing will be mobile testing. That is will different. We are taking care about functional testing. Career growth will be there. Don't get worried about with the career growth here. We doesn't require any background. Coding background doesn't require to do this training. Okay. Coding background is not like mandatory for doing. Course duration is 2 months. Course duration is the 2 months here. Okay. Right. We are providing for different locations. That depends on the company. Okay, that depends on the companies. Depends on the company will be getting with the placements. Clear, everyone, guys? Still any more questions? Program is better, testing is better means that will depends on you guys. In simple, how you guys can think is if you guys are more comfortable with programming, you can start. You can think about developer role. If you are not comfortable with programming, then you can think about with the tester role here. Okay.
Sir, I have a 2 GB RAM laptop. Is this possible to run Selenium?
Yes, for Selenium, you doesn't require any high configuration laptop. A very normal configuration is more enough. Let me show you one simple program, how you will be writing with the Selenium program here, just for your understanding. A very simple program, how the automation testing will be done. It's not like you guys need to be become an expertise in the Java. Okay, you guys not like need to be becoming a more expertise in Java. A very basic knowledge of the syntax, a very basic knowledge of program syntax is more enough to work on automation testing here. How automation testing programs will be there? For example, I'm showing like previous batches here. If we take with the previous batches which have been already created with some of the programs here, the very basic program, this is how the very basic program has been created. Just you can see, very simple, you are writing it. You are writing the program in getting, creating with the class. Now we can see. Writing with the program, to get create in a class, creating with the main method, creating with the object, right? And then accessing with the Selenium method. These are all Selenium method, navigate.to, and then taking with the send keys method, and then taking with the click method. Everything already predefined methods. Already the Selenium methods are provided by the Selenium people. We are just trying to get understand that how we can utilize that particular method. Now we can see if I run this program, right, if we get run this program, now we can see you will be able to see that browser is launching, and then it will enter URL. It will enter URL, entering the username, entering the password, doing the login, doing the logout, and then closing with the application. So manual testing, we are doing it. Automation testing means tool has to be perform that particular automation testing. This is how the tool is working. I mean, it will launch browser, it will enter URL, it will enter username, everything it will be performing it here. Okay, right. And for testing, database knowledge is not like mandatory. For getting in a job on testing, for getting in a job on testing, database knowledge is not like mandatory. But if you guys know about database concept, that will give you added advantage here. If you're already knowing about database concept, at least what is meant by database, what is meant by John's concept, how to write any query, how to insert the data in the table, that it will become in a very easy here. Okay, right. Still any more other questions from anyone? Yes. The people who are already having experience on manual testing, the people who are already having manual testing experience, then you guys directly join Selenium automation training. The people who are already having some experience knowing about manual testing, then you guys can directly join automation training, that is Selenium. For that, you guys can contact management team. They will give the dates here. Okay.
Sir,
ETL testing is not very good for the current market. We are not suggesting ETL testing. We are going with functional testing. Okay. Yeah. Someone is asking in a question.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, you are saying that with 2 GB RAM laptop, I can continue 2 month course.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Oh,
Sir, there is no any server any issue regarding
no,
my
no,
low specification.
no concept of servers, no concept of installing any .exe files or anything. For Selenium, just some library files need to be added. How to add library files, I will be discussing it here. Okay. The people who are interested in programming and then testing, you can do both the things here. Okay. Uh, Difference between software testing and automation testing. Software testing means which includes manual testing and automation testing. The meaning of software testing is which includes manual testing and automation testing. Manual testing, we are doing it. Automation testing, tool has to be performed. If you want to be getting a job as a tester, you guys need to be comfortable with manual and automation. Okay. Can I handle both programming and testing? Yes, you can handle the both. Zero tool is related to manual testing. We are going to discuss zero tool also in our training program. We are going to discuss about zero tool, which is related to manual testing. We are going to discuss that part also. Okay. Right. Is automation testing helpful in DevOps? DevOps is different. DevOps is different training program, different career role, and software testing is a different. Manual testing means we are performing the manual testing. For example, now we can see how I can test it. I will get open one application. Okay, so which I need to be get open application. I'm entering the URL, and then I'm entering the username, and I'm entering the password, clicking on the button, and then testing that whether login is successful or not. So testing manually, you are considering as a manual testing with the help of human interactions. Okay. Right.
Sir,
Uh,
I have a 4-year education gap. Uh, so
that will
on
not be a problem. After career, if you're having in a gap of 3 years or 4 years, you need to be try for experience level. But how that career need to be done? Either need to be go with fresher level or experience level. That I will be taking care about after completion of your total training program. I will take one-to-one session with each and every guy, and I'll suggest you that whether you need to be go with fresher level or experience level. In case of experience, right? In case
sir,
of experience, like 3 years experience, 4 years experience, that I will be suggesting it.
sir,
Okay.
you are saying you are personally
Right.
contact personally call
Yeah.
us.
Right. I mean,
Okay.
after completion of your total training program, will prepare your resume. At that time, I will decide that either need to be go with fresher level or experience level. Will guide you on that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. To continue this class, there is no specific prerequisite. There is no prerequisite for doing the testing training. Just you guys need to be get registered. To register for this training program from Monday. From Monday, we are going to starting with the new batch. You guys can call to this management number. I given the management number in the screen, and I'm pinging the management number in the chart window. I'm giving the management number in the chart window. You guys can contact to this number for new batch here. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, guys. The people don't have any questions. You guys can exit from the meeting for the day. Thanks for everyone for joining the session. The people don't have any questions. You guys can exit from the session. In case of any questions are there, you can ask the question. As a fresher in software testing, where and what should be need to be done? You have to be complete the testing training program. You have to be complete testing training program for getting in a job on software testing. Okay. API testing basics are included. API testing basics are included. ETL testing is related to database. ETL testing will become in a totally different program that is totally related to the database. Okay. Programming knowledge doesn't require for doing this particular software testing training program. Programming knowledge doesn't require. Okay. Game testing is different. In general, will not suggest game testing. Game testing currently okay, but in future we cannot expect long term career. Long term career we cannot expect more thing. But if you want, you can go for game testing also. Gap of 4 years doesn't make any problem. Gap, that will not be a problem. Okay. Still any more questions, guys?
Sir, daily course duration will be how many hours?
1.5 hour. Daily 1.5 hour session will be there. Okay.
Uh, that will continue up to 2 months.
2 months. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. The people don't have any questions, then you can exit from the meeting then. Yeah. The people who had in a gap, you have to be think about experience level. What, how to that experience level, everything will suggest you on it. Okay. Daily 1.5 hour session will be there. This particular training program, daily 1.5 hour session. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll take an exit from the meeting. So thanks everyone for attending with the session. Thank you, guys. Still any more queries are there? You guys can contact to the management team. I given with the management number in the chart window. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. Thanks everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.